young friends, Ramadan has dawned upon us. Yeah, take advantage. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow, and nobody knows when they will go. And I'll give you an example. Just in our madrasa that day, there was an electrician doing work, and he said to one of the teachers that I'm going to work from 11 till 6. 11 till 6. Come 1:30, he's not feeling well. He takes a short rest inside the madrasa for a short while, and at 1:45 he tells the individual, "You go drop me off home, I don't think I'm feeling well today." So he dropped him home at 2 o'clock. 2:15 he was dead. 2:15 he was dead. But alhamdulillah, look at what he's going to take with him. Look at the moments before he passed away. He was serving the deen of Allah. He was helping the house of Allah. He was working in the house of Allah. That's what he's got to take away. And today, guys, men's are dropping, young or old, on, treadmills, fit as fiddles. The heart pops, you're gone, you're history. And you know what? There are only two outcomes after that. One is heaven, and the other one is called hell. The month of Ramadan is a month where the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends. It's a sale. It's Allah puts on a crazy sale in this month. How crazy of a sale does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in this month? It's not buy one, get one free. And if there was buy one, get one free at this moment in time in Asda's, Tesco's or Morrison's, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. There'd be no one here. Yeah. Can you imagine if it was buy one and get two free? Look what happens in Christmas sales. Yeah. People are snatched, when they see crazy offers, people literally snatch it from people's baskets and from people's trolleys. Yeah. They literally snatch it. Yeah. That's when you call it buy one and get two free. In Ramadan, it's not buy one, get one free, buy one, get two free, buy one, get 5 free. It's buy one, get 70 free. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is offering. The return that you can get in this 1 month, you can't get throughout the year. You can't get throughout the year. And a fool is that individual that knows this and doesn't take advantage of the bargains and the offer that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is offering. Yeah. And then on the night of Qadr, it's not even buy one, get 70 free. The human mind can't even comprehend what Allah is offering. On that night, He's giving you a lifetime of reward just to worship Him one night. A lifetime. I mean, how do I say it's a lifetime? Look what the Quran says, Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alfi shahr. That one night is better than 1,000 months. How much is 1,000 months? It's 80 plus years. If you do your calculations, you'll realize 80 plus years. You're not going to live for 80. Yeah? Average guy drops dead 60, 65, 70. Yeah? Let's say you're fortunate. You live till 80. Allah is giving you in that one night minimum a lifetime of reward. You can make up for a lifetime in one night. In one night, Allah is prepared to give you that. Are you prepared to take? This is why it's important, my young friends, that you focus on your fasting and you don't miss a single fast. And you encourage your children as well. Which children? Those that have the ability to fast. And every child is different in that regard. Yeah. And bear in mind, if you have, let's say one of your 7 or 8-year-olds is fasting and he starts struggling during the day, then don't force him to complete the fast. Yeah, because he might end up dead. Yeah. Be lenient with him, allow him to break the fast. Every child is different. But fast yourself and encourage your children, and you should not miss the fast. And fast is not just about refraining from eating and drinking. Refrain from eat, drink, intercourse, and also refrain from eating people's flesh and drinking people's flesh. Ghibat, guna. Yeah. When you do that, that's when you receive the reward. As-siyamu li wa 𝒐𝒉𝒂𝒎𝒆𝒅 𝑨𝒃𝒅. The reward is, one of the ways that you can read this hadith is وَنَأُجْزَى بِهِ means you receive Allah. You receive Allah. In a nutshell, whoever receives Allah, he receives everything. It's as simple as that. So you're fasting, don't miss a single fast. Every single day, make sure you're reciting the Quran. This is the month in which the Quran was revealed. The Prophet ﷺ himself would recite the Quran, do dua in the month of Ramadan. He would read it to Jibreel, and Jibreel would read it to Muhammad ﷺ. And there was no chance of Muhammad forgetting it, because Allah has preserved it inside his heart. It was to teach people like yourself and myself that we should recite the Quran and make dua of the Quran. How much Quran should you read? Average guy, at least, he should be reading 3 juz a day. So come he's finished 3 Qurans in the month of Ramadan. You know, there are guys out there, my young friends, there are guys out there that recite a Quran every single day. There are guys out there that recite 2 Qurans a day. And I'm not talking about 1400 years ago, I'm talking about today. There's a guy out there that I know recites 2 Qurans a day. He's not a Hafiz. Let me repeat, he's not a Hafiz. He was one of the boys at once upon a time. He was one of the boys from the streets. And by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at this moment in time, he's reciting 2 Qurans a day, every single day. You know, when you've got a passion for something, when you're intoxicated with the love for Allah and His Rasul, you don't struggle, you do it. It's just like you and I, you know, we're on our phone 24/7. We never get fed up with them. Now there are people out there for hours and hours and hours on end will have their phone and they'll read, send WhatsApp messages. Why? Because you're intoxicated with this mobile phone. There are people out there that have love for Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the same manner, that they can't get enough of the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they'll read them and they'll read them and they'll read them. So make a habit of reciting the Quran. On top of this, charity. Maulana's already mentioned, you know, any nafil act in the month of Ramadan, you'll get the reward of a farz, and the reward of a farz will be times 70. Do as much as you can while you can, because you're going to need every single need once you've gone. As much as you can in terms of charity. You know, every day there's people that come to collect, what do you call it, sadaqat, zakat. You know, make it so that you're giving zakat and sadaqat every single day. That was the practice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I've told you about his mercies and compassion, that there was no word lie in his vocab. You know, in the month of Ramadan, his generosity would increase. And his generosity would be more than wind. You know, wind when it passes by, if it starts, wind starts blowing here, will anybody be in this gathering be deprived of the benefit of that wind? No one. Everyone will feel the breeze. The Prophet ﷺ was more generous than this in the month of Ramadan, because he would follow in the footsteps of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the generosity of Allah increases in this month. That's why Allah, when you do one obligation, He gives you 70. He frees thousands and thousands of people every single night in the month of Ramadan. So make sure you give sadaqah every single day. And at the same time, make sure you read tarawih every single day. Man qama Ramadan iman wa ihtisab ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min zambi. And not 8 rakats, 20 rakats, because there's no such thing as 8 rakats tarawih. We haven't got time for detail, for explanation. 20 rakats tarawih. Man qama Ramadan iman wa ihtisab. Whoever just makes qiyam, worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the month of Ramadan, all his gunas will be forgiven. And another thing that you want to do is do i'tikaf. I'tikaf is like winning the lottery. I'tikaf, in a nutshell, you're the guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at it like this. You know, when somebody knocks on your door, and starts begging, you know, and starts falling at your feet, even the guy with the hardest heart, his heart will melt. When somebody starts clinging onto your feet and starts begging you, his heart will melt. You know, i'tikaf in a nutshell, you're that guy that's begging. You're in Allah's house, and you're saying to Allah, Allah, I'm not going to leave till you give me what I'm asking for. When a human being's heart melts, when somebody begs, he is the Arhamur Rahimin, he is the Akramul Akrameen, he is the Ajwad al-Ajwadeen. He introduces himself as being the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most merciful and the most kind. Don't you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you whatever you ask? And such an easy deed, you know why? I swear by Allah, you don't have to do anything. You know, you come to i'tikaf, and let's say, you just read your namaz and you slept through. I mean, no mu'takif does that. You know, once you're in the house of Allah, nobody just sleeps. But let's say you decided just to sleep through, only read your namazes. You know, for every single second that you slept, you'll get reward. Why? Because i'tikaf in itself means to stay in one place, stay inside the masjid. That in itself is worship. So for every single second, you're being rewarded, as long as you're not doing haram. And zahir baat, like I said, you're not just going to sleep when you're in the house of Allah. You'll read your namazis with jama'ah, you'll read tarawih, you'll be fasting, you'll be reciting Quran, you'll be doing other good deeds. Can you imagine the reward that you will return with once you leave i'tikaf? And tahajjud. Because you're already up anyway for sahri in the morning. You're already up anyway. You know, this is the best way of getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's important, you know, this is when du'as are answered. You know, you get close to, how do you get close to people? Not just by doing the things that they tell you to do. Okay? You get close to people by doing things which they haven't told you to do. That's how you please them. Likewise, you're going to get close to Allah. You get close to Allah by the things He's told you to do. Yeah? And by doing things which He hasn't even told you to do. Like tahajjud. Tahajjud is not farz. Yeah? It shows how much love you have for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are just some of the things that you want to work on this month of Ramadan. And you can't do without it. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. You will be able to benefit me, I will be able to benefit you. You will take what's in your account. So if you think you've got enough for the Day of Judgment, then you sleep it through. Yeah? But you'd be a fool to think that. Because on that day, my young friends, every single one of us is going to need every single deed. Allah give me the tawfiq to act what I said. Allah give you the tawfiq. Make this Ramadan a memorable one. Make this Ramadan a memorable one. Take advantage. This is not the month to sleep. You're tired, not a problem. No, you've got the whole year to sleep. You've got the whole year to enjoy yourself. This is the time to cash in. If this moment in time I said to you, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to pay you in this month. If you work, I'm going to pay you £1,000 an hour. Okay? On a normal day I say to you, you get £20 an hour. How many hours will you work in this month? You're so wise. When it comes to your dunya, you're so wise. But you think, 20 hours, £20 an hour. Okay? I'm working 8 hours. Let's say 10 hours. I'm only making £200. Yeah? And here, £1,000 an hour, I'm making £20,000. £200, £20,000. It'll take me a year to earn £20,000. You'll know that. So you know what? You won't care. Yeah? You'll work. If you could work 24 hours a day without collapsing, you'd work. Because you can see the return. You can receive the return in your dunya. Why can't you see the return in terms of the akhirah? So Allah give us the tawfiq to understand. Allah give me the tawfiq to act upon what I've said. Allah give you tawfiq wa akhir dawana.